Well, hello again. It's still the 9th of March 25 and well, I've had such a wonderful day. I've been speaking to so many different people, really interesting people, and talking and sharing old stories. I'm on the line, the Glen Ogle line here. That's the Glen Ogle stop over there, these white houses, and the A85 runs over there. But yeah, I met, well, I stopped at Glenoglehead car park, and there's a chap that was outside the old stone cottage that I'm fascinated by. So I shouted over at him, says, "Any history on the house? You know how old it is?" He says, "We can't trace it back any more than 1780. It's the last, well, the original map got it, but there's nothing before that. So what an old house it is." And oh, we had such a wonderful chat about everything. And then there's a gentleman, just as I parked over, there's a car park obviously at the back there, and just happened to, well, through nicety, just speaking to individuals, you know, that's why I like talking to people, how you getting on and stuff. And I says, "I'm way down here to try and trace the Killin Junction. The man worked on the train lines here. The man worked on them." I asked if he knew my grandfather, but the name didn't ring a bell, he says. But he says his father as well worked on this line as a train driver, the steam trains. So I thought that was wonderful. It really was, it was wonderful to have met somebody who actually travelled on these lines in a working capacity almost daily in their lives. I thought it was wonderful, Andy. But what we'll do is, we've got a bit of walking to do to get down this way. So I'll switch the camera off from now. We'll go down to that bit and then we'll see where we are. But I'm very eager to find this Killin Junction platform. I've got my smaller staff today. A bit shaded at the moment, but there's blue skies all around. It's absolutely gorgeous. So thank you for now. So I'm just walking down here, as I said, but I just glanced at my watch. And lo and behold, well, pull that back. Yeah, so it's 10 minutes to 2, ain't he? Isn't that amazing? But I was out yesterday. I've been filming from Highlandman Lone, the rail line, as far as Carrington Terrace. So I'm not sure what I'm going to load first. I don't know, we'll see, but this is history in the making, Annie. We're heading down this way. I've not been down here before. Well, I have in the road obviously, but not on this old railway line. But I absolutely overjoyed that I've met somebody about history. We've shared a lot of stories actually with the both gentlemen I spoke to, and then I was speaking to a woman earlier on in Crieff Co-op car park, and I said to your brother and I were the very first, well, when we went to primary school as young children, everybody was bubbling and greeting, crying, you know. And we just stood and looked at each other and thought, what's the problem? I always remember that day, first day at school. Yes, it's a long time ago right enough, but I'm clear in my head about it. It was amazing. My very first day at primary school. So the lights are a bit mixed up actually, but that's looking over towards Ben Lawes, and you might just make out Killin just above the tree line now, a few miles out. So I've just come off, this is the train line over here, Annie. So we'll keep on to it. I just came up here to get a view. But we'll keep on the track, see if we can find this junction that I'm looking for. So just noticed this little sign, Railway Cottage Water. So the water supply is down there. There's timber operations all around, Annie. But this gives me some hope that there should be an old ruined cottage around. And that would give me scope to try and locate the platform. We'll continue along, Annie. I'll have a quick, I don't want to sidetrack myself. Just make sure I'm on the right track for the rail. This way. Yes, this way. It's absolutely gorgeous in the sunshine, I'll tell you that much. We're now in Glen Dochart, and there's the platform, Andy. Lo and behold, it's here. Gosh, I found it. This is the Killin stop. Killin Junction. Oh my goodness, I can't believe it, but I found it. So this is where the passengers would disembark. See it? See the stone under there? This is the platform, and so there must be a cottage nearby, or it's maybe been knocked down, but quite a long platform too. And what happened was they would jump off here, and then there's another private rail track that used to then go down from, this is the old Caledonian line, and another track would take you down to Killin. Well, let's go along, follow the platform. I'm glad I found it, that's absolutely amazing. Look, somebody's already took this back from me. Isn't that absolutely superb? Let's touch that for posterity, Annie. This has been here since the late 1890s. Well, no, probably about 1901. Wow. Some information gives you that these lines closed in the early 1950s, but take it from me, most of them closed in the 60s. Well, this is what happens with internet. Somebody puts on the wrong information. Now, I've been guilty of it myself. Sometimes I make errors when I'm doing my talks. I'm trying to correct as many as I can, but I don't script anything I say. You see, so it's easy just to make one mistake, and then somebody takes that information and passes it. Look, there's the cottage over there. It's still habitable. Oh, this is amazing. What a long platform though, eh? I suppose they needed it. Let's go to the very end of the platform and walk along the platform, Andy. I might actually have a word with the people in the house and say, could you mind if I take a quick picture? And can you tell me where the train is for Killin, please? Oh, so pleased. I didn't realise it was... Well, I knew it was in this area, but I didn't think it'd be so easy to find. So I'm very, very chuffed for my effort today. I'm overjoyed. But yeah, so the trains were still running. There was a rockfall on Glen Ogle which preempted the closure. The rocks didn't do any damage to the line. It was just an excuse. So look at all the timber. There'll soon be no trees left in Scotland, you know that? Ah, look, there's the old railway cottage, Eddie. I wonder if it's occupied. Let's get onto the platform, sir. And hail the train down. I think there's one due for Crieff shortly. Ah, the platform goes on this side. Well, it would have to be. No. Let's have a look at this cottage, Annie. I hope there's no Dobermans in the house. It's quite quiet. That looks to be the railway cottage, but I wonder where the branch line was. I might ask them. I wish somebody was there, Annie. Let's get back on the platform now. I've no idea how you get to that house. I don't think you can get. Well, there must be some driveway up through the forest, but I'm not sure where that would be. What a find! I'm very pleased with this, Annie. Absolutely chuffed to bits. And what prompted it was I saw that sign for the Railway Cottage Wharf, and I thought, well, we can't be that far away, and here it was. Here's the train coming now, Andy. Give the driver a wave. I can't do the whistle of a train as it slows the station. Oh man, this is brilliant. Well done, Andrew, well done. There's a good chance you might not have found us if the men were working and said, oh, you can't get along, there's tree cutting going on. So I'm very pleased. Let's have a snake down that track and see if there's any way we can conjure up some conversation from the people in the house and ask them to know where the branch line is. I might have to find that myself, you know. This is just a driveway, Andrew. Let's see any. Yeah, looks like a driveway. Not home at all. So that would have been the station master's house at one point in time. There's part of the old original tracks there, Annie. Come on, we'll zip across and get these frogs. You heard me coming. Look at the old original gate here, and the fence ran down there, which makes me think there could have been the branch line going down to Killin this way. I really don't know, because the passengers would have got off. Couldn't get the frogs, I'm afraid. They were a bit shy when they heard my feet approaching. Yeah. I wonder, Annie. I'm just going back the way I want to get a photograph with the sun behind me and get this platform in for posterity. I'm so pleased, you've no idea. I mean, I've been on this case for about 2.5 years. I've never really decided to come until today, and I thought, let's just do it. And I'm sure there'll be a lot of railway enthusiasts very excited to hear about my find, because lots of them don't even know that this exists, a platform in the middle of nowhere. But there is a purpose to it, and I'm really overjoyed. I am. I'm absolutely over the moon about this. You can just imagine all the passengers standing there who come up from Killin and they want to get themselves down to Stirling to, you know, maybe do some shopping or something like that, and if there's more choice. What a beautiful day, Andy. I'm so glad. It's a blessed day, this. And the fact I've met so many charming people, I really have had. Well, it's all about energy, Andrew. Remember, yesterday you were doing a lot of complaining on camera, if you've not loaded it, but there's a lot of complaints being made. I will load it eventually, but today you've pushed all your complaining to the side, basically, and your energies are much much better today. Okay, on the right hand side of the platform, that little track goes down to the railway cottage. Now, I saw a picture of that cottage. It was in ruins, so somebody with plenty of money has come and put it back into good order. But I've got a feeling that the line ran parallel with the main line here, and I've got a feeling it's ventured down towards the left hand side. I'm quite sure of it. Okay, this fork here, that's the way to Glen Ogle, and I thought this was just a forestry track that had been ploughed through for the forestry operations, but I can only assume that this may have been the original route of the Killin line I was talking about, because as I said, the right hand side of the platform, separate line, single track, and all the way down to Killin. Let's find out, Andy. We'll go along. Sorry to mutter on everyone, but I'm quite excited about all this. Let's have a look, Andrew. Yeah, well done, Andy. Marvellous. The reason you can tell, of course, is because you see the two parts of the stone bridge. So this is fits in with the time scale of when the lines have been laid, these have been built, and so this is the railway, Andy. Gosh, you work things out pretty well, Andrew, don't you? Yeah. Well, I knew it had to go somewhere, but see, there's the fence line. Yeah, the fence line. And that's that fence is over 100 years old. And if you're not convinced, well, look, there's an old telegraph pole. That's amazing, Andy. So that's the River Dochart down there, and over to the back there is Glenoglehead, and you go up there and you keep going over and you'll get to Loch Lyon, over the tops of the hills and down. You've got company, a little robin up in the tree there. Lovely. Okay, I think you deserve a cigarette, and you've not had one for quite a while. So I think we'll take a spot along here and have a settle. Yes. I'm just keeping going, Annie. It would have been a lot more oppressive if you know, they hadn't done the wood cutting all round. It would have been quite dark coming through here. But that said, you know, I've waited a long time to do this. It's like when you sow a seed in a pot. You put it in your windowsill with a little bit moisture on top. And you wait and wait, and you think, oh, there's nothing happening. And within about 10 or 14 days, really when you're asleep, out pops the first little green shoot. And it's such a moment. Well, this is how I feel today. I waited a long time, and I'm actually walking on the branch line, a private branch line funded by the people of Killin, back at the turn of from the 19th to 20th century, so they could access the other railway line. It's just amazing. And I'm very pleased with myself today, I have to say. I'm sorry to be full of myself, but it's such an achievement. So I'm just going to keep walking. I'll get into Glen Ogle. I might have to follow a bit of the 85. If not, I'll see if I can wreck it and try and get over. There's a cycle track that takes you from where I'm parked up to Killin itself. So I'll try and get over to that, but I think I'd have to cross a lot of rough ground to do so. So we'll see what spot when we get there. So that man I spoke to earlier on, he told me his father, who was born in 1901, joined the railways when he was aged 14, so that was 1915 roughly. During the First World War he became he started in the railway network, and he became a train driver in Glen Ogle. And it's totally fascinating. But for that chap himself, who's, well, he's probably in his 70s, I think he's probably in his 70s, maybe late 60s, but probably 70s. He worked in the railways as well, so in his lifetime, all these train rails were all operational. And it must have been, I mean, I really must try and close my eyes one day and start to feel what it must have been like to be on them. So there's more evidence of the bridge parapet and the line. We're approaching the 85 down here, and then we'll just take it from there and see how we go. Oh, I'm sorry, shaky camera, Andrew. We'll get round and see where we are from there. You won't see it very well in that sunlight, but that's like Stoll over there, and all the cars that have been written off all dumped at the back. But so they cleared all this wood, and that's the route to Killin. You may see passing vehicles on the carriageway. Unfortunately, I've had to take a detour. There's no way I'm chancing life and limb on that 85 that's up through Glen Ogle to where the car park is, because it's just well, it's not fair on the motorists. I mean, cyclists have to do it, but at the same time, it's not worth it. Just one person not paying attention, and you get dunted by wing mirrors, and that's you. So catch on to your clothing or something and actually pulled away. It's just not worth it. So I'm going to trek through all this stuff and through the forest. There should be a pathway. I've probably got quite a physical challenge ahead of me, but so I'm not bad because I've been wandering, and it's a beautiful day. It's 2 hours since I started, and it should take me another half hour, 45 minutes to get back up to the car park. All going to plan, but this is pretty rough ground. I've got to be heading away up that way somewhere. So it's just the way it is, Annie. Yeah, so we got over there. Sure, it is, Annie. Well done, you. But it's better to have a little bit of uncomfortable exertion rather than risk yourself on that road. You probably hear the bikes in the background. I mean, they zoom up there about 70 miles an hour, and there's absolutely no chance for you if you. As I say, it's just something not being observant, changing the CD or something, or fiddling about with something on the dashboard, and bang, all over. So we'll get over there and we'll join that pathway and see how we get on. I think it's over there, Andy. I think there's it looks a bit odd to me. It doesn't seem to be quite right for some reason, but we'll get on to it and see what's happening, please. I can't damn believe it. It's the railway line. When the last point I stopped before I met the A85, it looks like there used to be a bridge across the route, which has obviously been demolished. And then there's no access through the cross the other side of the road. I checked, but the wood was too thick. But I've got it here. This is definitely it, Andy. Let's get on to dry ground though. It's pretty marshy underfoot. Yeah, it's very marshy indeed. Let's try along here, sir. Is this a bit better for you, Andy? Get up here. Yeah. So there's a fence, the old fence there. So we'll follow this down, and then we'll bang into the track that goes up north to the car park. So well done, Andy. This is even better. This worked out. I got more of this track than I bargained for today. So it is possible that you can follow it right down to Killin. And where Scotland have the depot and where the public toilets and bus car park is now, that's the old Caledonian Railway station. I don't think I've got a picture to hand to put it up for you, but take my word for it, please. Alright. So that looks like a path on the other side over there, Annie. I'm sure it is. We'll test it. I think we might be better to. It's pretty boggy. I'll just continue down here. Let's see. Yeah, it's a bit boggy. Come on. Look at the little gate there. Well, I'll stick to my plan, and we've still got plenty of daylight, but I don't want to be mucking around in the woods as it gets dark, for obvious reasons. Okay, I spy something of interest up here. This is possibly what I've been looking for. I'm going to come down one day and I'm going to finish off this track, walk it into Killin. Well, here we go, Andy, we've found what we're looking for. Well done, you've got amazing sense of common sense in geography. So we've got the cycle track here. We're 20 miles from Caledonian, 11 miles from Strathire, 6 miles from Glenoglehead. And we've got 2 miles to walk up this track. But I have done this one. I would have done it as well. I've done that. So I have done this, Annie, because you've walked from Glenoglehead out to Killin and back. Aberfeldy 26 and Pitlochry 40. Just a reminder. There we go. So we're back in business, Andy. Well done, you. We got up this track. 2 miles. What time have we got, Andy? 4 o'clock maybe? 5 past 4, not bad. We should be up there for 4:45. Oh yes. Yes, 4:45. Alright, so that's me coming back to the car park. Probably about a minute late but for my schedule, but it was all uphill, so until this point here. But anyway, that's been quite a good walk, Andy. That's several miles you put in today. It's been a lovely spring day to do so. There's a memorial stone over there for 2 RAF tornado pilots that were killed up here back in 1994. There was a crash into the mountains up here. There's quite a lot of aircraft crashed into mountains in the low cloud. I think somebody said to me it's something to do with the rock formation affects the radar or something. I don't know what it is, but it's something that impacts. I'm not sure if that's true or not though. Anyway, thanks for having me today.